Okay, welcome back. Now we're on page 66, okay? We're going to use pages 66 and 67 as we are talking about the rhythms of life. We've talked about our daily rhythm, and we've mapped out our daily rhythm, talked about how we can incorporate Jesus in our daily schedule. We've looked in the last video at our weekly rhythm and tried to identify pockets of time or one whole day of 24 hours where we can actually prioritize spending time just Sabbathing, just resting, but enjoying the works of our hands, okay? In this video, we're going to look at our monthly schedule. And so I would encourage you, I don't have a sample necessarily for this, but if you want to, you can write out a typical month. For me, my months always look different, so it wasn't very valuable for me to necessarily write that out. But it is helpful for me to try to identify times in the month that I can begin to serve Him. So in your journal, it says, Jesus once said that He did not come to be served, but to serve. So since serving other people is the Jesus way of life, to become more like Him, we must serve. So choose or create a ministry to serve each month. Now that could be committing to your church and being a door greeter or part of the first impressions team. Maybe you're really good with technology and you can work in the media department or whatever it may be. Maybe you go and serve at the food kitchen, or I don't know what that looks like. But here's a good way to identify it. Go back to your interest pages and say, God, what were some of the interests that you showed me that I was able to identify that I would say are love languages for me, that I would say are interests that could be used as a ministry for me. Remember when we talked about the baseball diamonds and we talked about meeting Jesus, loving Jesus, serving Jesus, meeting people, loving people, serving people, and doing all of that, rounding the bases with our interests? This is a great example of that. So when you have an interest, for me it's guitar, it could be fishing, it could be hunting, whatever it may be for you, it could be cheer. I don't know what your interests are, but whatever your interests are, those can become a ministry for you. You can leverage the interests that you have and look for people who have similar interests and say, this is my circle of influence, therefore this is my ministry circle. I'm going to begin to try to minister to and turn people's attention to God who share a similar interest that I have. So what you need to do on pages 66 and 67 is really wrestle with that. Can you identify at least one service opportunity that you can do monthly, at least a service project or whatever it may be that you can say, that's my monthly ministry to Him. This is how we prioritize our daily, our weekly, our monthly, and then next video, our yearly rhythms.